The meeting of the Board of Trustees for September 10th, 2013 at Long Beach Community College District is now reconvened. There is no items to report out from our closed session. At this time, could the student trustee please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, as everyone could please stand. Thank you very much. Madam Secretary, could you please call the roll?
President Kellogg.
Here.
Vice President Clark.
Here.
Member Bowen. Member Otto.
Here.
Member Uranga.
Present.
Student Trustee Donato. Here.
Thank you. I've already done the report out on closed session items. There were none. First item is the approval of minutes for August 27th, 2013. Are there any corrections, edits to that?
So moved.
If not, there's a motion by Trustee Clark, second by Trustee Uranga.
Otto.
Otto?
Yep.
Sound the same. There's a motion and a second to approve the minutes of August 27th as recorded. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. At this time, our next item is the public hearing. The California Code of Regulations, Title 5, Section 58301, states that the governing board of each community college district shall hold a public hearing on the proposed budget for the ensuing fiscal year on or before the 15th day of September, but it lasts 3 days following availability of the proposed budget for public inspection. Notification was published in the Press Telegram on August 28, 2013, that the proposed budget of the Long Beach Community College District for 2013 and 14 was available for public inspection in the Fiscal Services Department, Building T, Room 2003, from September 2nd, 2013 through September 9th, 2013, during the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the date and location of the public hearing is set for Tuesday, September 10th, 2013 at 5 o'clock in Building T, Room 1100, Liberal Arts Campus. Now is the time set aside for the public to express its views on the 2013-2014 adopted budget and educational protection account expenditure plan. Madam Secretary, are there any individuals that have signed up to discuss this item?
They would speak now if they...
Is there anyone in the audience wishing to address the board at this time on the 2013-2014 adopted budget? Seeing none, I now declare this public hearing closed. And there is no items required by the board at this time. At this time, introductions, special announcements, presentations. President Oakley, did you have one?
Yes, I have a couple of introductions. An introduction and a special presentation. So thank you, Board President Kellogg. First of all, as has been the tradition lately, we honor those individuals who have decided to retire and leave the district. We have another individual this evening who unfortunately couldn't be here this evening, but it's, as it always is, important to honor her contributions to Long Beach City College and to the thousands of students that she touched and all of the employees as well that she touched in her service here at Long Beach City College. Every year we honor wonderful faculty, tremendous classified staff, managers who just do terrific things for this college and our students. Every once in a while, we honor an individual that goes above and beyond in her or his service to the district and to the students and to the community from which he or she comes from. This is one of those individuals. Phyllis Arias, who is a professor of learning study skills, is retiring after 32 years of service to the Long Beach Community College District. She has served her community since just about the day she learned how to walk. She has done tremendous things throughout, supporting her community wherever she was, advocating for rights of individuals of color. She began her career as a graduate assistant at California State University of Long Beach. She's held positions as a teacher at Juvenile Hall, as ESL instructor at Compton College, as a teacher at Franklin Middle School, and then her career began in 1981 here at Long Beach City College, where she has served as an instructor of learning skills for many, many years. She's been an active member of the college. She has been I certainly have called her a trusted advisor, and she has committed herself to this community throughout her time here at Long Beach City College. So I want to take a moment and honor her service, thank her for her service, and wish her the very best in her retirement. So please join me in congratulating Phyllis Arias on her retirement after 32 years of service to Long Beach City College. Next, we're going to shift gears a little bit, have a couple of introductions. We have some new faces in the athletic department here at Long Beach City College, and we wanted to take a moment to introduce them and welcome them to Long Beach City College and remind them of the great tradition we have here at Long Beach City College of winning. So with that, I will turn it over to Dr. Peterson to introduce the new faces in athletics.
Thank you, President Oakley. We are excited to have an amazing, talented team of new faces joining our athletic department this year. I'd like to introduce our new director, our athletics director, and have him introduce the remaining new team members. Dean Connie Sears and I are very excited to have Joe Cassio as our new director of athletics. Joe Cassio comes to Long Beach after serving as project manager at nearby Santa Monica College since 2010. While at Santa Monica, Joe oversaw and directed a 17-team athletic program. He also served as an adjunct faculty member at Santa Monica and most recently served as associate head coach of the men's basketball team from 2007 to 2010. Joe also brings over 20 years of coaching experience ranging from high school, AAU, and college to LBCC. So we're really excited to have Joe join us.
Thank you very much for that glowing introduction. I always love to hear people talk about me. Thank you very much to the board for this opportunity. And we're well aware of the tradition. I'd like to start by introducing the coaches that couldn't make it because they're out working out with their teams or trying to build a program to meet the expectations. We have a new men's track coach, Bayanu Kamani, who is a two-time Olympian, a new cross-country coach, Julio Jimenez, who was a Division I athlete at Chico State, a new women's tennis coach, Ken Thomas, who is the voice of online tennis and has coaching jobs ranging from Santa Barbara City College, Cal State LA. He was a tennis coach at the University of Wisconsin as well. And last but not least, our new head football coach, Brett Peabody, who I believe you all have met. And the season got started on Saturday. Some good things happened, some bad things happened, but we are definitely facing the right direction. Here with me today is our new athletic coordinator, Mary Haggerty. Mary is a longtime Southland women's basketball coach and joins the staff here to serve as the athletic coordinator, a newly created position. Some of her duties will include assisting me with administrative tasks, but most importantly, she'll be managing our Student Athlete Success Center, which is really the crown jewel of what we do in the athletic department. We are looking to create something that's going to really impact the student athletes in the academic forum to allow them to really represent our college as a complete student athlete. Mary comes to us after teaching and coaching at Fullerton College and at Santa Barbara City College. Prior to those jobs, she coached for 6 years at Long Beach State up the road. She had a successful run of 9 straight winning seasons as the head coach at Chapman University and served as an assistant coach at her alma mater, UCLA, and as well as UC Santa Barbara and Humboldt State. And I believe she's second all-time in assists in UCLA women's basketball history, which is near to my heart because I had never passed when I played basketball. So it was nice to have somebody around that would pass. We're really very excited to have Mary on this amazing team.
He's our new athletic director.
And the other
Got a
new
question
face,
for him.
who's not necessarily new to the school, is Megan Rose Bertel. Megan is a certified athletic trainer, and she joins the team as a full-time trainer through the Long Beach City College Golden Circle. Megan wore Viking colors as a student athlete. She played soccer here, transferred to Long Beach State, and entered into their athletic training program. She chose Long Beach City College 2 of her 4 semesters as an intern, and upon graduation and successfully sitting for the certification exam, began working here part-time. We are very fortunate for this year to have hired Megan as a full-time athletic trainer, thus completing the Golden Circle. So welcome, full-time Megan. And last but not least, I'd like to thank you all for the opportunity to direct such amazing athletic department. The tradition of success, both the student and athletes, is not lost on me, and I am looking forward to extending that tradition in a hopefully very long tenure here. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Trustee Clark has a question for you.
I had a question. I'm curious
Talk some more?
as your prediction on our football team this year.
Okay, so we lost our first game, so my prediction is now we're going to go 9-1 and win a bowl game. I'm actually very, very excited for, you look at the score, it was 41-21, and you think, my goodness, our football team did a lot of amazing things, and we've made a tremendous amount of progress, even from the springtime and the summertime, what I've seen. Coach Peabody is an amazing disciplinarian. He has the health and welfare of the student athlete first and foremost in his heart. He's strong in academics, and I think that's going to make for a highly successful team. I would not be surprised if I was speaking to you in December to talk about the bowl game that we just won.
I'll see you in December.
Absolutely,
Okay.
You got it.
Thank you very much, and welcome, everyone. President Oakley, does that conclude your introductions?
Yes, that concludes my introductions.
All right. All right, well, then we'll move on. The ordering of the agenda. Is there any changes? I have heard none. I'm going to anticipate there are no changes. And the agenda will be as is. We're next on to item 1.1. This is the approval of the 2014 calendar of board meetings. Is it an action item? I'm sorry to the people in the public. Time for the public comments on agenda items. As a request, members of the public may comment on items listed on the agenda at the time the item is discussed or prior to board action on the item. 5-minute limit will be allocated to each speaker with a maximum of 20 minutes to each subject. Is there anyone wishing to speak on agenda items?
No, we have none.
There are none? That's why I went by it, though. But for the record, there's no one here. Next item is 1.1. Can I entertain a motion to approve of the 2014 calendar of board meetings,
Move to
please?
approve the calendar.
Motion by Trustee Aranga, second by Trustee Clark. This item, the meetings of the Board of Trustees for 2012 are scheduled for the second and the fourth Tuesdays at 5 p.m. unless otherwise noted. Meeting dates and times are subject to change due to Long Beach Unified School District and Long Beach Community College District's governing board elections on April 8, 2014. The board meeting for April will be held on the third Tuesday, which is April 15, 2014. During the months of March, May, June, and September, 2 meetings are scheduled. During the months of January, February, April, July, retreat and regular meetings. August, October, November, and December. That is the background. There is a motion and a second. Are there any other questions on this item? Hearing, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Next item is the consent calendar. Consent items 2, 3, and 4. If there's any items to be pulled at this time, if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent
approval.
calendars. Item
Second.
2, 3, and 4. Motion by trustee Otto, second by trustee Aranga. All those in favor of supporting or approving the consent calendar, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Consent calendar is approved. We now move through the Academic Senate on, I have no items at this time, correct? No report. Superintendent President, no report?
No items.
No items. I'm sorry, items. Academic Affairs, no items. Student Support Services, no items. And now to Administrative Services. President Oakley, do I turn to you or do I turn to Vice President
You
Gable?
can turn it right over to Vice President Gable.
All right, Vice President Gable, please.
Thank you. Tonight I'll be doing a presentation on the adopted budget for the 2013-14 fiscal year. This budget has been developed and approved with our Budget Advisory Committee. So I am bringing this to you as the co-chair of the Budget Advisory Committee. I'll just give it a minute for the presentation to come down. All right. So I will be covering and going over with the board the state budget overview, the board goals and what we've put into place in response to the board goals, the Budget Advisory Committee planning assumption highlights, as well as our FTES, or our full-time equivalent students, the history, as well as the projection, and then the list of all the district funds, the expenditures and other outgo that we're anticipating for all those funds, expenditure reductions that we underwent for the 2013-14 fiscal year. And then we'll get into more detail related to the unrestricted general fund, looking at a 2-year budget projection, and then some of the future budget challenges that we will be facing. So moving into the state budget overview, this is the first time in several years that there is no threat of mid-year cuts represented within the state's budget. And we have access or restoration funding. At one point, this was called growth funding, but since they still haven't restored us to the levels that we were at before they cut us, we're now referring to this as access funding. So there was $89.4 million on a statewide basis, about 1.63% that was provided to the community colleges. For Long Beach City College, we've built in $1.3 million in access funding into our budget. There was $87.5 million, or about 1.57% of COLA, which is cost of living adjustment, provided within the state budget. For us, that's about $1.5 million. And just on a side note, this was the first COLA that was funded since the 2007-2008 fiscal year. Overall, we had a lost purchase power of over 16% of lost COLAs that had not been funded by the state. Our student fees remain at $46 per unit, and as we all know, the student fees are set by the state legislature. This board has no authority over how much the student fees are for enrollment, and so the state left that at $46 for the 13-14 fiscal year. There was some money provided for categoricals, $88 million on a statewide basis. $50 million of that went towards the Student Success and Support Program. This was formerly known as matriculation. There's $15 million for DSPS and EOPS, both. This is our Disabled Students Program and our Extended Opportunity Program, and $8 million for CalWorks. We don't have the breakdowns of how much we will receive at Long Beach City College. The State Chancellor's Office hasn't provided all of those numbers to us yet. But as soon as we get that information, you'll see it on a board item as a budget augmentation under the consent calendar, so that should be coming soon. There was also $30 million provided for deferred maintenance and instructional equipment. It's about $249,000 each that we are receiving here at Long Beach City College. Additionally, within the state budget, there was $16.9 million for online education. This is an initiative that the Chancellor's Office will be moving towards, and the concept is to try to create a statewide open access learning management system for students who take online education. $47 million was provided with Proposition 39. This was the proposition where energy funds are coming to K-12 and community colleges. For us at Long Beach City College, we're anticipating to receive about $800,000. But again, the guidelines have not been established and the amount of funding has not been set, and that should be forthcoming, we're hoping, before December. The apportionment deferrals have decreased by $28.7 million. So now on a statewide basis, the state is deferring $592.5 million. And just as a reminder, what this means is that the state owes community colleges $592.5 million in the 13-14 year, but they're not going to pay that piece of it until the 14-15 year. So it's a form of short-term financing at the state level that forces us at the local level to deal with our own cash flow problems and enter into short-term financing so that we can pay our bills timely. The amount for Long Beach that will be deferred into the next fiscal year is estimated right now at $11.4 million. There was $688.7 million provided in the Education Protection Act. This is the Proposition 30 tax revenue that it's generated. So for Long Beach, we'll be receiving $13.5 million. And then the redevelopment agency elimination continues. The backfill from the loss in those property taxes remains in the budget bill language, but the timing of when the Department of Finance will pay the community college that is still in question. We are still in consultation with the Department of Finance for how much they owe us for the 12-13 year, and there's really no resolution in sight at this point in time on whether or not we're going to get that. And as I'll mention later, this impacts how much of a deficit factor is applied to community colleges. So overall, the state budget is the best state budget that we've seen in about 5 years, but I think there are still a lot of challenges with it. And until we see another year or two of state budgets, we really don't know if we're out of the woods of this economic downturn that we have been in, although it's looking better than it ever has. Moving on to the board goals. We have the first board goal is to support the student success agenda. So within the budget that's presented to you tonight, we have increased our course offerings by 608 FTES, which is about 1,800 sections. The basic skills and tutorial budgets were augmented by about $305,000 in order to support what is needed with our supplemental learning and our student success centers. And with the increase in course offerings, you have more students going there, so we needed to augment those budgets. There are 10 student learning outcome officers within the budget that is helping the departments prepare and assess their SLOs. We purchased an Adobe site license, so this provides the full Adobe suite of products to all employees and students on campus. And we also sent some faculty to a Learning and Brain Institute, so there was budget provided for that. There were 17 new faculty positions that were authorized. We have already hired 2 of those, the math instructional specialist and the cybersecurity, that began this fall of 2013, and we're planning on hiring 15 more in the spring of 2014, and you can see the list there of the 15 that we're planning on hiring. We have $1 million as an augmentation towards our technology refresh in order to help implement our technology plan. So the concept here is we will be refreshing all of the computers within the instructional computer